This is not a list of breeds. You already know the Arabian is fast and the Shire is slow. This is about what the game does to your horse while you're not looking. There are systems running underneath every ride that Rockstar never explains. Some of them make your horse slower. Some of them get it killed. One of them deletes every horse you have ever owned, and it happens whether you are careful or not. Here is all of it. Look at the bottom left. Your horse has two icons, health and stamina. Each one has a ring around it. The ring is the bar. That is what you're spending right now. This second, while you gallop. The icon in the middle is the core. That is the reserve underneath. The bar refills on its own. The core does not. The core drains slowly, permanently, all day. And the only thing that puts it back are food, tonics, and sleep. Here is what nobody tells you. When a core empties, your horse does not just get tired, it gallops slower, its top speed drops. So the horse you bought for its speed stat is not running at that speed anymore, and there is no message on screen telling you. Ride through mud, ride through the swamp, stow a carcass on the back and leave it there. Your horse gets filthy and the game treats that as a mechanical penalty. A dirty horse drains both cores at 25% faster than a clean one. That is a quarter of your horse's endurance gone because of dirt. The brush is free. It is on the melee weapon wheel. Most players go entire playthroughs without touching it, and every one of those rides was worse than it needed to be. Feeding restores the cores, so more feeding is better. That is what everyone assumes. It is wrong in both directions. Overfeed your horse and it gets fat. A fat horse loses top speed. Underfeed it and it becomes malnourished. A malnourished horse loses top speed. The window is in the middle. The game never draws it for you, and the penalty for missing it either way is identical. This is the one that gets your horses killed, and it is the thing this game hides worst. Every horse has an unruliness value. It is not the stat on screen. You cannot see it, you cannot compare it between breeds at the stable, and you cannot buy it away. Bonding reduces it. Level 2 takes 10 off. Level 3 and 4 take 20 off. That is the ceiling. It never reaches 0, which is why the fastest horse in the game is also the one that kills the most players. You max out the White Arabian. You ride into Bayou Noir. A snake hisses and it throws you. Now you're on the ground. Your weapons are on the saddle and your horse is running. You did not do anything wrong. There is no bonding level that stops it. The health stat does not just soak up gunfire, it governs falling damage too. That is why a low health horse can die from a drop that another horse walks away from. And there is a second version of this that catches people who are doing everything right. When you lead a second horse behind you, its pathfinding will follow you off terrain it cannot handle. Players lose their spare horse to a cliff they cleared themselves without ever seeing it happen. You keep riding, nothing on screen changes, the horse is just gone. When your horse takes enough damage, it does not always die. Sometimes it goes down instead, alive, on its side, unable to stand. That is a timer, not a state. A horse reviver costs about $10 at any stable or general store. Use it in time and your horse gets up. Miss the window in the story mode and it is permanent. There is no vet, no insurance, no respawn. That is Red Dead Online, and it is not this game. Your only real recovery is a save file before it happened. Chapter 2. Hosea asks you to take a stolen Blackshire into Valentine, and the stable menu opens for the first time in the game. You can sell him and put the money towards something faster. It feels like the obvious play. That horse is the Raven Blackshire, and he appears nowhere else in Red Dead Redemption 2. Not in the wild, not at any stable, not in any herd, in any chapter, ever. If you sold him in Chapter 2, you deleted him from your entire playthrough, in the first stable menu you were ever shown, before the game had explained what a stable was. Hamish Sinclair gives you BUELL at the end of his questline. He is one of the best horses in the game and you cannot get him any other way, and if Arthur finishes those missions, Arthur loses him, not through carelessness, through completing the content. The only way to keep BUELL is to leave Hamish's last mission unfinished and do it as John in the epilogue. Nothing in the game tells you this. Players find out afterward, on a forum, looking for a horse that is not in their stable anymore. This is the big one. Players work it out on their own. The final mission is dangerous, so stable the good horses first. Put the Arabian away. Put BUELL away. Ride something disposable into the last fight. It does not work. After the mission, Red Dead Redemption, every horse Arthur owned is gone. The ones he was riding and the ones locked in a stable, treated exactly the same. Weapons carry over to John. Outfits carry over. Trinkets, talisman, satchel upgrades, saddles, recipes, all of it carries over. The horses do not. John starts the epilogue with one new horse and no way to get any of them back. 40 hours of bonding deleted by a cutscene. And there's one more thing, which is the reason this video exists. In the final mission, Arthur carries John up the mountain while the Pinkertons shoot at them. The horse takes the bullets that were meant for both of you. It goes down. Arthur gets off, kneels, and thanks it. That scene is conditional. Arthur only says goodbye if the horse is one you actually bonded with. Ride an unbonded horse into that mission and there is no goodbye. It collapses and the game moves on. So the last thing Red Dead Redemption 2 does with its horses is check whether you cared quietly and give you a different ending depending on the answer. Most players never find that out because most players only see it once.